Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and today I am continuing on the project of the drawing on the drawing. It's the Lost Ocean, and I will be concentrating on the coral. So here's the coloring that I've done. You've seen it before, of course. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can take a closer look at it. Yeah, you can see that I've used a lighter pencil and then a pink color. And so what I did is, for today's tutorial, I changed it up a little bit to orange and yellow. Now, I've already colored it only because I want you to see the finished piece that we're going to be going after. So let me pull in just a little bit here. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Nice set of colors, orange and yellow. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. All right, so let me pull out, and of course you can see the octopus and the shell that I've done. Now let me go back for a minute and show you the original pencil colors that I used. The first one that I used, hopefully we can get this to not be blurry, but sometimes it gets weird, is the Faber-Castell, and particularly, oh, I hate that when that happens, I'm so sorry, the Ivory number 103. The Ivory 103. That was for my base color. And then for the pink, I used the Derwent. Particularly, it's the Pink Lavender C210. And again, my apologies that I can't get that into focus. That does happen every once in a while. But I'm not using those colors, so let me go on to what I am using. Let me pull those for you. Okay. So I'm using, for the yellow, is of course Faber-Castell again, and I'm using color number 185. You're going to have to trust me on that. And I'm also using Faber-Castell, and that'll be my color orange, the cadmium orange in particular, and it's number 115. All right, so let's get coloring with this. So I've got my coral. Let me pull in just a little bit so you can see. There you go. And that's a little too much there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do now is lay down the color. Oh, now it shows up, Naples yellow. I'm going to lay down my yellow color. So we're putting the lighter color first, and per normal, I'm not, as I've always told you, don't push the pencil hard. Let the pencil do the work. Probably, what, I've always said a 1 or a 2. And when you pick up your pencil, go ahead and turn it a little bit so you can always keep your point. So let's do that. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I really like this particular yellow. I do use it a lot. Yeah, and you can see how nicely that's showing up in the coloring in the camera. Again, little circles, especially as I get to the end here. You want your color to go on as uniform as possible. There we go. Turn that just a little bit. And I can't wait to tell you what my announcement is, but I'm not quite ready yet. So I want to get going on this. So again, I'm not pressing hard at all. Let the pencil do the work. And as you can see, this is going to go pretty quick. She says, ha ha, and then runs into 45-minute videos, but that happens every once in a while. That's okay. If you don't have time to see the whole thing, you can always stop it and finish it later, right? All right. Now, when you're trying to decide a coral color, you know, the biggest question I get is, how do I choose my colors? How do I choose my colors? Well, when I'm doing something like coral, for example, I will go ahead and I'll do a Google search on it, and I'll look at pictures. And that's true for a lot of things that a lot of us artists color, is that we'll get inspiration from pictures. So if you go ahead and Google coral, you'll see beautiful, beautiful color variations. And it's really kind of hard to go wrong coloring coral because, oh my gosh, there are just so many different colors. All right, let me get that upright again. So I'm done with my yellow. Now I'm going to take my separate piece of paper and get my blending tool. Clean it off, as I always tell you, just before you use your color. And I'm going to go ahead and lightly blend. Now, this doesn't take a lot of blending. The color laid down beautifully. So really all I'm doing is just making sure that I'm getting out to the edges. I'm pushing, or pressing, I should say, probably about a 1 or a 2. And remember, don't scrub, okay? So let's get that good color down. So your blending tool, as I've mentioned before, is also used to get your color out to the edge and to get it even on what you've colored. Yeah. So you can see how nice that's starting to look there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my orange, and that's going to be my 115, and I'm going to go ahead and sharpen that. This is my KUM sharpener in my little bowl with a lid because I have cats. And what I'm going to do now, very straightforward here, is I'm just going to take my orange and very lightly, about a 1 or a 2, I'm just going to angle my color. Okay? Now, not only have I angled here, but I've gone up a little bit and merged it with the first one. But like the next one, I probably won't merge. But just make sure that you're there side to side. Okay? You'll be seeing why I'm doing this in a minute. Take your time. And just follow your roughly parallel lines. Probably, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch thick. Or more. See how nice those look? Because what I'm going to be doing in a minute is using my blending tool and blending that orange in to make it look nice and fuzzy. In other words, I don't really want these sharp streak colors. Oops, went over the side a little bit. Again, not pressing hard. I'm letting my orange do my work. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with the base here, but that's okay. I'll show you later. Basically, I'm going to be coloring that in because it is the base. It's the stem. Okay? All right. I love this orange and yellow combination. Pretty. Tropical, right? I could have probably even added a nice green to it. Like a light green, a lime green. Maybe on the tips or the outside. Just to tinge it a little bit. Alright. So I've got my various streaks. Okay. And when I get up to these rounded parts, I'm going to round that in a little bit and color that in. Alright, so that's how that looks. Let me fill this in. There we go. Alright, so blender pencil, clean it off. Change that for you. That light. Clean it off. Now what I'm going to go through is I'm going to diffuse the color, the orange. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to lightly blend on top of it. Okay, now I'm not going across this way because I don't want to lose that yellow. I'm just going to go gently up and down. Okay. And as I do this, just like with my pencil, I'm turning my blender pencil a little bit when I lift up, and I'm very, very light, maybe a 1 in doing this. Do not need to press hard at all. Okay, now if you look at this on the video, you can see how these top ones, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, are nice and light, and these are still stark, right? This one needs to be a little blended in a little more. Let me fix that. But see, you can tell exactly where I've blended, and you can tell where I haven't blended, because the tops look softer and the colors merge in a little more. So that's that soft look that you want to get. So let me get the rest of this. And that orange is diffusing beautifully. Isn't that neat? Okay, so I'm going to take a look. I don't like the way this is split right here. That doesn't look natural to me, so I'm going to blend that together. Yeah, much better. And if you see any irregularities, you know, this is the time to fix it with your blender pencil. If something sticks out like a sore thumb, blend it, fix it. Okay. Let's see. So now I'm going to now I could leave it just like this. Looks great. I mean, I got to color my dots and stuff. Actually, let me go ahead and do that. Well, heck. I'm going to take a slightly different color here now. This is the color 117. Okay. Blurry, sorry. 117. There we go. And that is the cadmium red, light cadmium red. I'm going to sharpen. And what I'm going to do with that is go ahead and start to outline this. And it's a little darker to the edge. And then as I come in, I lighten my touch, right? We did this with the octopus. We've done it with the shell. This is not a new concept for you. Look how neat that tip looks. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to come around here. dark towards the outside, lighten up as you come in, okay? And you're going right over what you just colored and blended. Now, if you're not quite to the point that you can do that, just using your pencil, cleaning off your blender tool, go ahead and use your blender. See? There you go. See how I'm softening that up and blending it in towards the middle. All right, so coming around the outside here, I'm going to keep going. Which reminds me, I need to tell you about my announcement. What my announcement is, I am going to start to be offering one-on-one private adult coloring sessions. And think of it as a personal mentoring service with no obligation. In other words, you're not stuck doing lessons and so forth or obligated to anything. And what I'm doing is you can call me by Skype, and I will Skype with you, and we'll go ahead and talk about coloring, answer any questions around the videos that I've done, and general coloring questions. So basically, you know, when you just need somebody to talk to, especially if you are a beginner adult colorer, I offer I offer live real-time private teaching, questions and answer sessions. There we go. I am so tongue-tied, I don't know why. So really, I'm your personal one-on-one instructor for that. So as I said, these live sessions, these tutoring sessions are based on the tutorials that I've done and that you see on YouTube. That way, if you have any questions or you need, you know, little coaching, mentoring, that's what that's all about. So again, they're built around my YouTube videos, and I'm starting the service immediately. And the way that you can find out about it is you can contact me by email, and that is adultcoloringwithIleneVick@charter.net, and just in the subject line put mentoring, and that way I know what you are asking about, and I will email you the specifics. So I thought this would be a neat little service to offer. You can talk to someone who does adult coloring, who is skilled in it and can answer these basic questions that you may have. So I hope it helps. We'll see. Think you're going to like it based on people asking me to do this. My friends ask me all the time about coloring, and so I thought this would be a really neat way to get the information out to you. It's private. Nobody else will hear your questions, of course. No question is too dumb. Never, ever, ever. They're not stupid. It's just really a matter of ignorance, and there's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. So yeah, I'll help you through some stuff. Okay, so I will be posting that information as an overlay on this video, and that way you can contact me if you're interested. So that's my big announcement. Alright, I've colored around the edge. Isn't that beautiful? Use your brush. So I've got a really great merging of the orange and the yellow. And let's see, I see a little bit of a streak here, a gap. I want to fix that. Yeah, I like it. Beautiful. Alright, and the last thing I'm going to do is I decided to go ahead and do those outside dots with a different color. And so I'm going to use my Faber-Castell, and the color is number 191, and that is the Pompion Red. So again, I'm sorry that's not coming out clearly. We'll have to figure out what the problem is. Hate that when that happens. All right. So let's talk about coloring dots. Now, one would think that that's not a big deal. Well, it is. Because the thing is, a lot of times when people are coloring, they don't think that the dots are important. And they get kind of crazy with them and get reckless and think no big deal. It's a big deal. If you hurry through your dots, you are either going to not color it all the way, and I'm turning my pencil as I do this, or you're going to end up going to the outside of your dots, and then it's going to look really messy and like a child did it. And I will keep reminding you that when you color, the specific piece that you're working on should be your total focus. In other words, every component of your overall work should be quality. So don't rush through doing something like the dots. If you're tired and don't feel like doing it, set it aside. Adult coloring is really a contemplative activity. It's not something where you should be in a hurry to get it done. You really shouldn't do it when you're tired or angry, upset, you know. So that's just my word of wisdom. Look how cool those dots are looking. All right, so I'm coming back to the outside here. Got a nice series of colors going here. Everything's blending together beautifully. And when you color your dots, work on staying inside the black lines, because the black lines are part of the design element. So when you color your coloring books and you're coloring like your fish and stuff, stay off the lines, because the lines are part of the drawing. All right, so we're almost done. Again, I'm rotating my pencil. I'm pressing relatively firmly, probably now a 6 or a 7. There we go. Ah, cool. All right. See that? And let me pull out so you can see the overall effect. Isn't that beautiful? Now, as I'm looking at this, if I see another little thing you can do, because now I've got my darkest color because I just did the dots, right? If you want to, see these little curves in here? You can start coloring in those little curves. Okay, now again, this is my darkest pencil. Okay, and I'm just doing this on little sections here. Kind of like doing a highlight. And I definitely want to do the base, and I'm staying right to the outside. See how that's coming in? Yeah, there we go. You can see where that coloring is added. And again, this is my last pencil that I was using, the 191. And now I'm just going to hit some of these just little curves here, just little bumps. And I'm going to hit the end with it, just highlighting a little color here. And the neat thing about that is that by doing this, let me pull it out for you, it is creating a connection with the dots that I just did on the outskirts. Okay, because that's picking up that color. So on the very tips, adding a little extra color, the same color that I did the dots with. Okay? That's something for you to think about. And then again, the base, I'm staying to the very outside and going upwards a little bit. All right, so I've got that. And give you a quick look there. And pull back out. And now I'm going to go back to my drawing here, and you can see how all of this looks with the octopus and the shell. Okay? Look how beautiful that is. Coming out beautifully. So we still have our starfish to do, the plant, and the anchor. And again, these look like they're really glaring at you. Trust me, when we start getting in the rest of the design elements, they're going to blend in perfectly. Let me show you the finished piece again. Okay? That's how all that's going to look. So I think you'll be very happy with that. Stick with me on this. We'll be working on these last 3 pieces. Then I'll do the rocks and then the sand. Alright guys, well that's it. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really do appreciate it. This is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. God bless you. Have a wonderful day and happy adult coloring. Please don't forget to like my videos if you do, and please subscribe. And I will ask you the favor of please posting these videos just to your normal timeline on Facebook. Get a little attention to them. Thanks, guys. Bye.